Prominent feminist and journalist Judy Bindel has openly called for putting men in concentration camps and eradicating heterosexuality. In an interview with a group called Rad Fem Collective, Bindel states, I would actually put them all in some kind of camp where they can all drive around in quad bikes or bicycles or white vans. I would give them a choice of vehicles to drive around with, give them no porn, they wouldn't be able to fight. We would have wardens, of course. Women who want to see their sons or male loved ones would also be able to go and visit or take them out like a library book and then bring them back. But of course, feminism is not about man-hating, oh no.
I'm sorry, it's a boy.
Go and read her quotes in the full context of the article. She's not even joking. Bindel also states, quote, I hope heterosexuality doesn't survive, actually. I would like to see a truce on heterosexuality. Wait a second. You hope the very biological process that creates women doesn't survive, and you call yourself a feminist.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Let me make this perfectly clear. This isn't some confused teenager with a Tumblr blog. This is a woman who writes for the biggest newspapers in the United Kingdom. 160 articles in The Guardian alone. This is someone who appears on national television on a regular basis. And one of her Guardian articles was entitled, Why I Hate Men.
Fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating.
And in the rest of the interview, she talks about getting laws passed to achieve what she's calling for. These people are frigging dangerous. Imagine if a prominent male journalist had called for putting all women in concentration camps. Imagine the backlash.
I'm triggered.
So let me get this straight. A male lawyer gets publicly shamed for complimenting a woman. Yet a prominent female journalist can call for putting all men in camps and no one bats an eyelid. And they claim we live in an oppressive patriarchy in the West. So as a man, calling a woman's LinkedIn picture stunning gets you national condemnation. But as a woman, invoking the idea of Nazi death camps for all men is perfectly fine. Judging by that comparison, the patriarchy must be doing a really crappy job at oppressing women. Bindel stated that she would, quote, love to see a women's liberation that results in women turning away from men and saying, when you come back as human beings, then we might look again. Well, unfortunately for her, it's this very kind of batshit crazy, fascist, authoritarian rhetoric that has prompted the vast majority of women to turn away from radical feminism. Now, obviously, all men aren't going to be put in detention camps, but it's this kind of mindset that leads to calls for male curfews, segregated public transport, and the treatment of all men as would-be rapists. Bindel also complains about radical feminists like her being, quote, no-platformed, because having national newspapers publish hundreds of your articles is an example of no platforming, right? But the fact is, she should be no platformed. Should major publications give platforms to white supremacists who call for putting all black people in concentration camps? Or neo-Nazis who call for interning Jews? No. Yet this creature has the temerity to whine about the patriarchy no platforming her when she's been afforded an open-ended platform to spread her vile hatred and misandry. Follow me on Twitter at PrisonPlanet, subscribe to the channel. I'm Paul Joseph Watson for Infowars.com.